is known for its own peculiarity. Some are general sites, so some are specific sites. Like something like Coke. Coke only speaks about its own products. Or you go about something like Lenskart. You get into the Lenskart website. So the Lenskart website gives you so many options. Now, the technology has enabled it in such a way that you get into the Lenskart website. For example, I'm giving you all the different specific products have made the website so beautiful and so very interactive that you will be amazed to see the new trends in the technology. So what does the Lenskart website do? It will ask you to you have obviously different frames. So what it does is it will ask you to take a picture of yourself. Once the picture is taken in that website page, it shows the pictures. Like you have different frames, and each the face is put the frame is put on your face, and it will show how you will look with that frame. So you don't even have to go to the vendor to see how the frame, see, obviously the physical presence, the personal feel and the touch would not be there, no doubts about it. But at least as a primer, you will have an understanding how the frame will look on your face. That physical feel is not there, no doubts about it, but at least you will have an idea like how this frame is looking, how this metallic, like at least you will have an idea what are the different frames that are available in that price range. So you have different premier range, you have computer glasses, you have the regular ones, so you have the categories. So at least you will have an idea as to how the frames are. So that's how you find that with the online websites, you have different ways of reaching, whether it could be specific sites or it could be general sites. For example, on the Facebook, you may have advertisements of Lenskart, and once you click on the Lenskart, it will take to the Lenskart main Lenskart page. So when you're talking about internet has various possibilities. You have email, you have websites, exclusive websites, like as I have spoken about Nestle or website or Hindustan Lever, you name a company, a Maruti Suzuki or a Honda City, or not a Honda City, Honda. So you name a company, every company now has a website. Okay, so it can be done through website, it can be done through social networking sites. So these are the various modes through which the companies are trying to reach to the product, to the target consumers. Now, when we come to email, how does it happen through email? So this is what we do. Like you have every the bulk messages or the spam messages, what we call. It is all direct marketing messages where the companies have how they get access is something that is again debatable thing, but they have an access to your email IDs, and the same message is passed across to the millions and millions of consumers across the world. But the difference now is earlier it used to be a general message. Now it is customized. So they will give your name also. They will refer you by your name, and it looks as though the message has been personally sent to you. So when you get that customized personal message, it looks as though that you tend to feel that, okay, this is something that is addressed to me. That would be the initial way how you would look at that mail, right? So the process is broadcasting. Okay, you see the message is being sent, but at the same time it gets customized. So that is the new advantage that that happens through email. Okay, so the messages are sent, and and sometimes the message can help can make you to read the product, or you will just put it in the trash like how you do many other messages. So that happens through email messaging. But when it is email, you know that it is something more professional, because when you're talking about email, you get the mails only if it is, mostly if it is official mails, or the mails, generally the mails that are being sent could be something that you have asked for most often. But many a times you get many mails that are spam mails that you don't even want to read. Though you unsubscribe them, still you get it in different formats, right? You still keep dumping them, and still they keep coming up repeatedly. Okay, in a different format. So that is how the email advertising works. Okay, and you have, it's not just a small company or a big company, all kinds of brands do email broadcasting advertising. uh, uh, like it's something that is very common, right? Don't you get messages, Usha?
We get a lot, ma'am, right from the Air India to
Yeah,
languages, different newsletter, means like the thing which we
yeah,
can
languages,
subscribe
because
also.
you are a language, because you teach
Spanish.
Spanish, so obviously you get many mails connected to that subject. Yeah, so true.
If we
So
subscribe to one website, relevant ads will be, they tend to send the messages that we are also in the market. Why don't you try?
yeah, true. So correct. So that's how they keep bombarding you with messages. You may, obviously there is a possibility now. The TRI, like the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, which looks into regulations, like the TRI has been trying its best. Like even for the mobile, right? They say do not disturb. If you subscribe to do not disturb, you are not supposed to be getting any kind of messages or mails that or any kinds of phone calls, direct messaging people from some weird, you wouldn't have known what it is, real estate, or even colleges, schools, you name a thing, everyone will just call you asking you whether you're interested. So actually, the try clearly states that if you put in this do not disturb, no one can bother you with all kind of these messages. But still, these advertisers find a way out to see to it that they 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 just bombard the target consumers and um, uh, send across the messages.
Because
Okay, so
everything has a breakout, no, ma'am. For everything, there is a disadvantage.
yeah, there
Suppose
is, yeah,
do
yeah,
not disturb if we on also, if they are repeatedly trying to reach. So after 3 to 4 attempts, they are automatically getting connected because it might be SOS emergency. So there is an option of that. So that is the reason. This thing, the measurements what we are taking also, it's not working.
yeah. Yeah, that is correct. That's how they do it. That's how they are successful. They get back somehow. They see to it that they get back and continue with the messages. So that's one aspect of internet and email. Email is one aspect, right? And now coming to the website, web pages. What are web pages? A website is a collection of web pages, images, videos, and all other kinds of digital links or digitally possible elements that could be put up in a page. Okay, what is a website? When you go to a typical, just recollect any kind of a website that you have been to, any website. Okay, what do you have in the website? In the website, as I have said, it could be a Coke website or a Nestle or since we are talking about fast moving consumer goods, it could be Hindustan Lever or Bajaj. You name a company, like all the companies have all the have, or even the government website. So you have different. See, what are the various kinds of websites you have? You can have a personal page. You have something like blog or a vlog, or you have your own web page, right? Where you can put up travel experiences, food experiences, or the classes that you might take or whatever. Like you can create your own web page with links. Obviously, you can always provide those hyperlinks. So a website is a combination of web pages, images, could be audio files, could be videos, or any kind of other digital assets that could be hosted on a web server, and these could be accessed. See, now the web pages, earlier there used to be a problem, like if the web page was PC friendly, it wasn't so friendly on the mobile. Now when they are doing a web page, they see to it that the web pages could be friendly on all kinds of platforms. Now even television can be made into a you can access internet through television as well. So when it becomes a screen, it becomes a desktop, no, no, sorry, it becomes a screen by itself. So apart from using it on a laptop or a desktop or on the mobile, even the television screen becomes a regular internet screen, and the web pages should be fitting even onto this television screen pages. So now the new technologies are made in such a way that it is possible on all kinds of platforms and using the same server. Okay, that's what how a website function. So and when I'm saying about a website can have thousands of web pages. It is a it can have a single web page if that's a rarity. Like generally having a single web page was there in the earlier times. But now if you look into the web pages, you have links, hyperlinks, like like you on the web, the main website itself, you have many categories. It has home page about us, how they are doing about sustainable environment, and contact us page. It could be about their products and their brands, and every page or career opportunities, women empowerment, or what are the opportunities that to bring about gender equality. So these are all again um, social responsibility. Like every company has to do it. It's the CSR, corporate social responsibility, in terms of gender equality, gender empowerment. You have LGBTs and all these things. Like now you have all these different things that are put up on the home website, which the each category can link into so many other sublinks, and each sublink can further take you to other links. Sometimes it may end over there, sometimes it may extend to one or two pages, sometimes it may end on the first link itself. So like this, they build web pages, and it's a pleasure to watch these websites, because whenever you visit these websites, most often, until unless it is a financial website or a government website, which are not so very beautifully done. But again, in terms of the content, these the government websites are way more content driven than the commercial web pages. So if you look into the commercial web pages, the focus is more on driving the product, saleability of the product, whereas most often the government web pages, their focus is mostly on putting across the message to the seeing to it that whatever schemes or whatever policies or whatever new developments, new landmarks that the government has achieved reach to the people. So the government websites focus is more on trying to reach the people in terms of schemes, policies, advancements, excuse me, and the landmarks. Whereas if you look at the if you look at the what should I say, the web page, the commercial websites, the nature is different. Okay, that's how the websites differ. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yeah, anything that you could share here?
Like,
Yeah, Usha, I cannot hear you.
you said that anything you would like to share, like means like what? Um,
I'm asking you about any website that you have seen and what special that you found about that particular website.
I have seen means like mostly I'm fond of reading books. So when the links whatever is given in the textbook behind, so I just go through them. Then the links will take to there are certain means like a particular word will be highlighted in another color. So if you wanted to know more about it, then I'll click on that link. Then that will take me to the another page where in
Yeah.
detail it is explained. And again, the another author who is explaining the other references links will be given. So these are a kind of enhancing knowledge, and in a short means like in a compressed means instead of making a reader terrified, it's 1,000 pages. They will simplify it as 1 or 2 pages. Out of that, you can read a number of things. Means if you are interested, you can go ahead, extend your knowledge, or else it's like summarized product of what we are going to give.
Yeah. That's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the advantages is like again, it's during the COVID times, the kids were also exposed to so much of like like
Online
gadgets.
studies, online
Gadgets,
gadgets.
yeah. You find that they are exposed to mobiles, like more obviously because of yeah, mobile has been used, iPads are being used, and laptops are used so that they can have the classes. So now the kids have become more mobile friendly, and they know how to use a mobile, how to go into a search engine. Now they have become more, the awareness has increased a lot. So it's like, which is a very good thing in one way, like because that's where most of the developing countries or the to be developed countries are lagging behind. If you go into the West, in the West, the students are given laptops. They're provided with notebooks, digital notebooks at a very early age, and so uh, they have the world at their hands. So they are able to explore also many things. And now through the new process of digital education that's happening, now the kids are also exposed. Every medium, definitely every process has got both negatives and positives, as we have been emphasizing all through. So even now, like earlier people used to go to tuitions for studies. Now you have so many
Online
online
resource.
yeah, so
The
like
same topic
Byju's
is
has
explained by different teachers. Like
exactly. Yeah, so true. So like something like Byju's, like which has gone like so much interiors into the villages as well. Now you have Byju's app. Earlier, like people used to go to close by tuitions or something like that. Now education, even tuitions have become online. So an academy or there are so many tutorial platforms that are there, reaching to the students and educating them. So even the parents are finding it better because they find that this way the kid is at home and also studying, and they can have a supervision as to what the kid is reading and how the kid is progressing. So so the online networks have these websites have grown tremendously and are reaching people in so many ways. Okay, so as I've said just now, websites are of different types. You have a personal website, you have a commercial website, you have a government website, and obviously you have something like a non-profit organization, and you have when we are saying commercial, apart from that, you do have the political parties' websites, you have political leaders, like they are all personal websites. So you have websites of these types which take you, you have these non-profit types, like where you have like websites like Peri. It is like this Peri is something, it is more meant to reach on environment friendly website that is like it talks about what are the new trends, like how it is a people's archive for rural India, how agriculture is getting affected, or like so there are a lot of websites that are on just not on agriculture, it's on women trafficking or child trafficking, or on you name a thing. Like you have websites, these non-governmental websites for cry child relief and you, something like that, like for education purpose, for providing medical care. So you have different types of websites, all these things catering to different people and different target groups. Okay, so that's how the what basically we're trying to understand over here is what on the internet, what are the various ways and means through which advertising is happening. Yeah, so
Yeah.
emails is one method, websites are one method, and then you have these social networking sites. So what is the general understanding of social networking site? What is a social networking site?
It's a place where generally people tend to advertise and build their social relations, and try to build up the connections with the, not to a specific audience, but a number of people, because they are going to pop up.
Don't in general, I'm asking, what is a social networking site?
It's just,
What is a social networking site?
it's like it's a profile promotion, ma'am, like LinkedIn example.
Yeah, that is for LinkedIn. But
Ah,
when we are talking about social networking site, technically in general, it is a community platform where people can meet people. To put it simple, it is it is a platform, it is a place where, see, I am creating a website for a page for myself, Facebook page or a LinkedIn page or a Twitter page or whatever. I'm creating a profile. It is a place where I can meet friends, make friends, form groups, and create new friends, and also be part of groups that are with my like-mindedness, or create a group on my own to bring in some people who are like-minded. Yeah, that's basically to create social relationships. It's mostly, it is virtual, but sometimes it can transform to be real as well. Yeah. Yes, it is a basically a platform. It's a basically a place. It's a community place where you are creating a profile, or you're creating a network where you can meet people, form forums, form groups, make friends, connect with the old friends, and create groups with similar interests and join groups. It could be from finding uh, a product that you may want to sharing ideas about what you may want. So it could be anything. That's what social networking sites are.
yes.
Right. Correct. So, and the advantage with these social networking sites, as we have talked about in the websites, in any website, like the online things, online platforms. It could be in the form of a video, or it could be in the form of a audio file. It could be just photographs, pictures, music. You can share everything and anything on these sites. It could be live. So many times on the YouTube, you share live events. On the Facebook page, you share live events. If there is a protest, or if there is a party, if there is an event, you can share everything live as well. So
Yes.
that way you can listen to concerts. If there is a Facebook page for Spikmake, it's a cultural organization. So you have a lot of organizations like Shilpa Ramam, where you have frequently there are some cultural events. So there is a page, web page. So and you can see the concerts. You can even the religious. Activities, like if you are looking at now the because of again COVID, like now even the temples are facilitating across the world wide, like where you can pay online and have the darshan
Darshan.
online. So these are all something that was unimaginable at any point of time in the even just
Yes.
2 years back. So that's happening now because of the digital platforms. So every page, every group or forum, or it could be a religious forum or a political forum or a cultural forum, you name a forum, like they have a possibility for all these activities. And when you are like, if it is a temple thing, many people in the West or in many foreign countries who were otherwise unable to get these things done, and now very proactively using online services to get all these things done. So that is the power of the online medium. Right. So, so many matchmaking is also done through online medium. Some may be successful, or some may be not. But overall, like all these things are possible only on the social networking sites through the online medium. So, what is the advantage with, as we have been talking about, with the social networking sites? It is cost efficient. You are uploading. Now, what you can watch a video, a wedding, or a Gruh Pravesh, or Gruh Pravesam, or like the housewarming ceremony, or whatever ceremonies. Now they provide a YouTube link and you can watch it, right? So the reach is tremendous. Okay, that is the advantage with the social networking sites. There is cost efficiency, there is large reach. With relatively less money, you are able to watch it online, live. Okay, there is a large reach. There is targeted advertising that's happening, and the time spent. Okay, there may be a time lag, like to the west and east, but at least if you are very interested, you can always watch it. So that's the way how the social networking sites are enabling people, these community platforms are enabling people to get touched, to get connected. So now, when you talk about Facebook, Facebook is a pioneer. We can say that you have so many active users of Facebook. But now I think slowly Facebook, now the young gen are more using instead
Insta.
of now, yeah, Insta has taken the place of Facebook, yeah. And I think it is owned by Facebook again, Insta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it is more
Because
or
they
less
want, they
yeah.
wanted to target teenagers and group of Insta.
Usha, you are not audible.
Now, ma'am,
Can't. Yeah, now it is better.
it is like they have the target. Like Facebook is for oldies and Insta is for new teenagers.
Yeah, so true, so true, correct, so correct. So Facebook is now for mostly, yeah. So now it has become like, now you name a person, like right from the cricketers, like or the celebrities, and Insta ads, like the way the products are being promoted. So you have profilers, right, who have become, they have become rich advertising, by making videos on the Insta, on the YouTube.
It's
People,
like subproduct, like
yes,
substitute. You
yeah,
use my this product of mine and you use that one also. So you don't go to another kind of
yeah, yeah, something like that. See what they do. The companies are paying to this Insta, what,
Instagram,
um, uh,
Twitter,
um, yeah,
Twitter, Instagram, and all. They are the two.
no, no,
Government has
like
launched
you,
it.
yeah, so something like, you have Insta, like, I'm not getting the right word. It's about like, what do you call the promoters on the Insta? I'm not getting the right word. Um, like they are the faces, like people follow them. What do you call them? Like, so you have, like, they have followers,
Uh,
the so these followers, like, they are the leaders or something like that. They make Insta videos, and you have lot of subscribers to these videos. Insta, they follow these people online on the Insta, and they, I'm not getting the right word somehow, forget it. Okay, I think we can, I think maybe I get it at the end of the session or something like that. So you have this Insta. Okay, fine. I'm, like, even the YouTube, like these people make the YouTube videos more often. So, and as a result of this, you have YouTube followers for them. So once they have a good number of followers, I think the YouTube pays to them to promote certain products. So obviously, because they are the face that the youngsters are getting connected, or people are getting connected. So what they do is, they promote a particular, and people have trust on them. So they start using, promoting them, and the company pays to them. And in fact, but there is always a disclaimer saying that we are promoting this product because I have used it, and I found the product very good. So that's the reason why I'm using this. So there is a possibility uh, 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 for the companies, for the brands, by using these Insta or YouTube leaders, to promote their products. And on one way, they are advertising for their brands, and at the same time, reaching to the followers, that particular number of followers that they have. Is this clear?
yes, ma'am.
Have you understood, Usha?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's like celebrity promoters who are going to means like who is giving an advertisement to so particular product, like
Um,
online um, like little ad, Sonali Bindre ad on TV, and this one
Yes, something
something like
like, see, yeah, something similar to that. See, if like you have, who have maximum followers, like apart from Narendra Modi, who has got maximum. So apart from him, you have Virat Kohli, who has got about 190 million Insta followers. You have Priyanka Chopra with 80 odd million followers, and Shraddha Kapoor. You have Deepika Padukone. You have like all these people who have got a lot of millions of followers. So if Virat Kohli says that I am using this particular brand of shoe, obviously his followers, whoever are following, may be tempted to buy that shoe. So what is happening? Okay, these are known celebrities, but you have many of them who have become popular, using TikTok. Like you have TikTok stars also, who have become influencers. Yeah, these are influencers who have become like very like influencing on their followers, and therefore whatever product that they endorse. They may be from middle class families, they may be from ordinary backgrounds, but they have been making videos so many that people ended up watching them. So therefore, they have good number of followers. So they are the influencers. So they are the leaders. They are the stars, and that's how they the brands go to them, because once you touch a particular digit of followers, so the brands approach these people and ask them to endorse their products, and that's how they get that million fan base of these insta influencers to watch their brands. That's the way that. So constantly the advertisers are evolving with the new strategies to reach the target consumers. Yeah, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's just not the celebrities that I am talking over here. See,
Even the
unlike,
followers who are using, like regular clients, like one like me, if I have a follow, if I make a profile in Insta and I make a if I get a followers on uh, some
yeah,
lakh or 10 lakhs people, so
exactly,
I'll be paid for
exactly.
having so many number of people.
And apart from that, if you, for example, since you are teaching Spanish, so you promote some product connected with that, anything that is being produced or manufactured in Spain. And if someone approaches you for that because you have so many followers, so maybe because that product, they are able to directly reach to the target consumers in a different way. Right, that is a possibility that is happening, and that's how the advertisers are reaching different people through different modes and means using the new technologies. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, fine. So same happens with the LinkedIn also now. It's a very leading online professional directory for individuals and companies as well. So it has about 85 million members around 250, 200 countries around the world.
Mm.
And even companies that are listed in the Fortune also have their presence in the LinkedIn. And many a times people who post their profile in LinkedIn, they get calls from the companies because they are always on lookout for good people. And if they find that on the LinkedIn, they find a good profile with a good experienced background, obviously they recruit directly from the LinkedIn. Okay, so once you have that LinkedIn profile put up on the LinkedIn page, and obviously you tag it to the companies. You try to put it to, if you are a computer background person, right? You like you can as part of your interest, you can get connected to Tata. You can get, so you can always make friends. That's how it works. It's a community platform where you can make friends. They may not follow you back, but if there is a possibility, they can always get back. So it's an excellent page. Indeed is also one more professional page where people who are looking out for different kinds of jobs and all these things. I think you have heard of Indeed, right?
No.
It's
Indeed,
also
yes,
one
yes.
more.
It's like for job profiles they want.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes. Yeah.
monster.com, Indeed also.
Yeah, monster.com, indeed.com, all these are for, like LinkedIn is more it has become
More
like
popular and
yeah,
well
more
known website.
popular. Yes, yes, and you have a lot of professionals also being part of it. And you can write articles in the page. They have lot of possibilities that it offers. Like you can write articles, you can write your columns, you can approach the people directly, you can directly message them, get like if they are interested, get in touch with them. So I heard many stories where on the LinkedIn web pages there are some advertisements, and a person clicked on that advertisement and it took to the like the person answered the survey, and at the end of the day, the company felt maybe the person who answered the survey had the required qualities to be a part of a particular project team, and they took that person into the project. So like that, like you have various possibilities of getting employment opportunities, and the LinkedIn also provides various unconventional ways through which a person can be approached, can approach for a job, or the employer can look for a employee. So you have all these kinds of websites. So LinkedIn is a very leading professional website, where through which you can specify the nature of job that you would like to do. It could be, as we all know, it's not limited to any particular field or a profession. You can go for all categories of professions, and you can also specify or select your target audience based on the job title, based on the job function, the geography, age, gender, company size, company name. So you have all these possibilities, and and you are also paid for that. So that way the LinkedIn has become quite successful, and is acting as a means. So you do have advertising. So now surveys have become one way to get connected to the people. So they say that, like, just do this survey, and through this survey we would know. For example, you have a line of hotel chain. So the LinkedIn also has this hotel chain links on that, posted on the LinkedIn website, and um, a survey enables that particular company to know what, how to improve better, or how to perform better, and the suggestions that could be given. So sometimes these suggestions can also enable the person who has answered the survey to be given certain offers. So it is providing a dynamic atmosphere through which it is able to reach to the people. Yeah. So
Yes, ma'am.
same is the case with Twitter, right? Twitter is the micro blogging website, and you name a person. I think Twitter is the online social networking site where you have like people who are into different kinds of news that's happening around the world, who wants to be connected. Twitter is the place, because any update, it is not that Facebook doesn't have, or not that other social network sites doesn't have, but on Twitter you find that the interaction is happening at a zillion speed. You find everything that's happening. Like recently, there was a tweet that was made by one of the reporters from Money Control, Money Life. It's not Money Control, it's Money Life. And that particular tweet caused a huge damage to the Adani company. So, like, it can make companies, it can break companies. So, the impact is so huge if it is done on Twitter, because you find that the Twitter is used by people and followed by people, uh, and people look up to Twitter. If there is, it's considered to be the most democratic platform where like the views are expressed freely. And obviously there are definitely every social networking platform has certain rules and regulations and policies where you are not supposed to hurt the sentiments of certain like religious sentiments of people, cannot be degrading any gender or on LGBTs and all these things. There are these certain guidelines that are always there. But apart from that, you do have these micro blogging website, which has a huge following. Yeah. Even in India, you have about more than 56% of the people who use online media are on Twitter. That speaks of the volume of people who are there on the Twitter. So people news look into Twitter for news, and that is a very big platform for even for advertising, online advertising. Okay, so these websites, like all the websites, the online medium as such, creates awareness with limited budgets, like not huge, maybe okay, there is always a cost that is there. It's not that it is done at free. There is a cost that is always there, but the reach is definitely huge, and therefore now online advertising has become especially all these websites, right? You name a website, like you name a social networking site, all these platforms soon are going to revolutionize the way the advertising is happening, and all the companies are looking forward to invest more of till date, though especially in a country like India, it is still the television advertising that is mostly preferred used platform. But in the West, it is these online platforms and online advertising that has taken a major chunk of the advertising platform. Okay, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything to be discussed, Osha?
Again, coming to the advertisement, like what all could we generally consider while making a television commercial more effective?
I did not understand. Yeah, can you repeat?
What are the means like what are the characteristics we need to keep in mind to make a television commercial ad more effective?
See, effectiveness is something is always debatable, because see, when we are talking, every ad is made to see to that it is effective. The purpose of the ad is to reach and hit the target consumers. How it works and why it works, it's a puzzle. It's an answer that no one can answer. Like, it's something that is not easy to answer, because when an advertisement is made, right,
Yes.
lot of research gets into it. It's There is a team that gets into the, as I've said, surveys or the means through which the to understand the pulse of the people, what they want to see in the advertisement. So there are different tests that are done. Okay, so a target group is selected, is selected, they are exposed to certain ads, they are made to see. So that's what the effectiveness. So that there is a study. The next units, that the next chapters that we are going to talk about is some that this is the are the chapters that would be discussing about all these things. So whether a celebrity can bring about a drastic difference in the sales, or whether an ordinary face can bring about the difference, or just a tagline can bring about the difference, it is highly debatable. You can never know, because it is something uh, like some element. Say, for example, you have so many newspapers that are available in India right now, right? It could You have in Hyderabad, you have Hindu, DC, Times of India, to name few. DC has been ruling the roost for ages. But now Times of India came. It started with a promotional strategy of 1 rupee. Now the price has increased,
Five
definitely
rupees.
much more. Yes. But when it started to beat DC in advertisements, to beat DC in its reach, Times of India started with 1 rupee. Just because it is 1 rupee, people started to buy it. But now it has increased the price, because once it has reached. But the same strategy, will it be successful in other places? It is again a point of discussion. So, what makes an advertisement successful, and how a product may be successful for a period and then it may die for various reasons. So, how are we, like, for example, the Maggie product, right? Initially, when Maggie came, it came just as those 2 minutes noodles things. But now you have
So
a lot of
many,
varieties.
very,
So,
yes, lots of varieties
yeah.
in that.
So the product, it's just, see, if the product is same, you have same advertisement is there on the television, and it continues to be there in the same way, the product will not be there, because with the younger generation coming up with the, or even the same existing generation, people want something new.
Mm.
So even if it is if the product is packed, you take a category, be it soaps. Earlier, Lifebuoy, it was meant for our sports people, because it used to give that Lifebuoy smell used to be different, and it was specific, like it was not something that was used by um, most willingly used by women. But Lifebuoy slogan hit people like mad. Tandurusti ki raksha karta hai. That means it's only for health. So not for beauty, not for glamour. But now you see Lifebuoy, the the concept has changed.
Changed.
Now they show Lifebuoy is no more for sports people only, not for Tandurusti. It is also for swacha, that is for skin, that is for glow. So you have lot of changes that are coming about. Why?
Initially, people
Because
misinterpreted, ma'am. Actually, they have given come with the right slogan only. Tandoori means like skin enhancement, glow, everything is there in that. It's not only for the particular. It's about the people how they receive the perception, how they are looking in towards it. So they are just modifying, just blending, testing again, and explaining in detail. It's like a short answer in an essay presentation.
yeah, see, if you compare Lifebuoy soap, who used to use Lifebuoy soap? People but like given a chance between Lifebuoy and Lux, what would women prefer?
Wow, Lux because it smells good.
Yeah, so that smell, no, Lifebuoy is more considered to be manly. That's the projection that was developed intentionally by the Lifebuoy company.
And
Like
but it is most means like it's consumer friendly, ma'am. Like Lifebuoy, it the time
not
usage
see, we
period
are
will
not
be more.
talking about all those things. That's the reason why Lifebuoy survived till date. We are not talking about it. We are not saying that it is not consumer friendly and all. We are talking about how. So, is it the advertisement that is reaching or the product that is reaching? So, if the advertisement is fantastic and the product is not great, then the product will not be there. Example is Vico turmeric. At one time, Vico turmeric was the only cream that was so much used by people. And you go to any movie earlier, like the advertisement that was coming was only Vico turmeric. But now you see how many people are using Vico turmeric. The percentage has come down drastically. But if you look at the song, the music associated, that it was such a huge hit with the people.
Yes.
So sometimes it is the product, sometimes it is the tagline, sometimes it is
Slogan.
the song. So, but what and how the, but sometimes the product may be extraordinarily good, but still the reach may not be there. Just because the product is great doesn't mean the product will be successful. So why? What we need to understand is, like, for a product to be successful, it is a combination of the penetration, right campaigning, right presentation, uh, availability. You want a particular product, it is not available in the shop. What will you do? Will you wait for the product to come? No.
Alternative will take.
You go for alternative. So the product has to be there. Pricing. So when we are talking about how a product can be successful, that's why we started with the 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. So only when you have a right balance of all these four can a product be successful in the market. So you cannot attribute, you cannot say, just say this product became only successful because of this thing. We can say partly maybe, Could be, as we have talked about, how Eureka Forbes, personal selling to some extent. But if the product was not good,
Good enough, then people would have rejected, even though it
yeah,
is
rejected
personal.
it. So it is always a proper balance of all the four things. And in spite of that, also many product has have failed. Because see, when a company is starting, when company launches a product, the purpose of the launch itself is they wouldn't be doing it in air. Before a product is conceived, there is a research that goes. Once the product is conceived, research goes. When when all of the things happen and final product is ready, how to make it to the target consumers, research is done. So for all these things, there is a lot of research that gets into it.
Yes,
So there is no typical formula to say that this has to be done to make advertisement. The,
effective.
pro, the point here is not about the advertisement. The point is how to make the product to reach them. The purpose of advertising is not creativity. As we always say, we started with that base. The purpose is not creativity. The purpose is
To
how
reach the
you
people.
can make an ad very bad. For example, Axe, right? People hated it. Why would it? Just because you put Axe Dio, will that happen in real life? Will women go and fall on the man?
No,
But
it's like they are trying to say it's so tempting that if
but it was a
that's what.
success, right?
Yes,
Axe is a huge success. Why? Because that
the
young group, it's just not the young group, men in general got so very carried away by the idea. So it is not, see, it's not, that's what the purpose of the advertisement is, sales. How you do it doesn't matter. How you put it doesn't matter. But definitely there has been a lot of criticism on that ad, and that is the reason why no more you find such kind of ad happening. And whenever an ad of that style happens, there is criticism, and definitely it is there is, you have a regulatory authority. Even in India, you have advertising association that looks into the way the ads are made. So the ad was taken back. But the ad, by the time the ad went the complaint went to the body, and by the time they reviewed it, and by the time it was taken off the air, enough impact has been made. So it happens like that's, as I'm saying, there is no written formula, no given steps to
for
make a very successful TV ad or a radio or a paper ad or a whatever ad it is. Yeah,
ma'am, another one like how far e-paper has impacted the means like regular newspaper.
lot, lot. Because see, uh, now people feel that instead of wasting time sitting at home and reading the paper, they can as well read the paper while going, while traveling or whatever. Like it is accessible, so they can look into the. Most of them have mobiles, so they would prefer to read it in their mobile. So because it is flexible, it gives them that flexibility in terms of timings, and it is less expensive.
Yes,
So, and it gives you links, and you can save the
links
articles.
also.
Yeah, you can save the articles. So that way, e-paper to a great extent has definitely see, and it has a huge definitely impact. It hit the jobs so much. Okay, yeah, e-paper, people are preferring e-paper.
But does it carry any disadvantage, ma'am? And regular paper has any advantages over it?
Yeah,
Everything
see,
has the same.
yeah, any medium for that matter has its own the regular paper, you can hold it in the paper, read it at your leisure. You can file the copy. You can have a filing of those papers and refer to them. But paper has a long the paper will not stay for a longer time. No, after a period of time, the paper
Fade away. It will be gone.
will tear. The based on the paper quality, the paper may not be sustained for a longer time. So there is a problem with that. But again, the feel of it, the reference point, it is easier to read a newspaper than a digital paper. You can now, but the advantage with digital paper is you can take a printout if at all you want, and read it on a paper, whatever item that you would like to have. See, every medium will have its advantage and disadvantages. So, but off late, the online e-papers have become a norm
More
for,
user friendly.
yeah, it's slowly having a good number of users. Yeah.
And it is helpful for paper, means like even for the plants, no, like plants.
I,
Plants are survived because of that.
yeah, it is
Eco-friendly. Eco-friendly.
eco-friendly. Yeah. Yeah, see, that way, then I think paper has to disappear from the earth. No
Yeah, slowly
usage
it
of
is like
paper.
print media.
No, but
Print media
again,
is
if you're
going
talking,
to be.
yeah, but if you're talking about using these devices, it causes radiation. Then paper doesn't cause radiation, no. Instead, you can
Yes.
plant more trees, make it more green.
Yes.
So every argument has a counter argument. The kind of
Yes.
radiation the devices are causing, the kind of electricity consumption. We are using natural resources for that. How do you produce electricity? Interconnected,
No,
no?
solar system, like solar batteries they are using nowadays.
How much? Still, it is not sufficient, no?
Yes.
Solar is being used, but the scale and range is not so huge that people have stopped
Using
making electricity
regular.
from water, from coal, from um, uh, nuclear devices.
Yes, sir.
So you use like this is not sufficient for the population, for the kind of population that we are having.
Yes.
So we are using up from wind. So you're using you're making power through the natural resources
Natural
only, no?
resources. Yes.
So instead, the plant more trees. It's easier.
More
It's in
people
your
are
hands.
occupying. Deforestation is happening. We are unable to stop deforestation because of
See,
huge population.
this is a argument that can go on and on. Usha, we are on an online class. This is getting recorded, so
Yes.
we are just going about and on. So we can do that one on one at a different time if you want. So I
Sure,
think
ma'am.
let's stick to the. We are not having a session on sustainability, economic, environment, and all that things. So let's stick to the advertising, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything connected to advertising, we can talk. But yeah, fine.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.